I'm Venki, and this is the Working Athlete Podcast. Today's guest, Sanjeev Sharma, was the fastest Indian finisher at the prestigious ride Paris Brest Paris this year. He finished the 1200 kilometers iconic self supported ride in 56 hours 29 minutes. For someone who picked up a cycle to lose weight, on doctor's advice due to slip disc issues, just about 5 years ago, he went from strength to strength. He not only lost nearly 30 kilos in weight and became a lot fitter and healthier, he started winning races in amateur and masters categories, as well as riding longer and longer rides, including completing 4 SRs in his first year and completing LRM rides of 1200 and 1400 within an year of starting cycling. In this episode, we talk about Sanjeev's journey in cycling. We talk about his weight loss journey as well as his experience in finishing challenging rides like PBP and LEL. He shares details about what all went into cutting his time from 81 hours in PBP 2019 to 56 hours in PBP 2023. It was an interesting and insightful conversation. I hope you enjoy listening to his stories as much as I did. This episode is brought to you by The Bike Affair. If you are in search of a one-stop destination that caters to all your cycling needs, our today's sponsor, The Bike Affair, is the perfect place to check out. I have known the founders of The Bike Affair, Krish and Gokul, personally for nearly 15 years now. In fact, my first century ride was with Krish back in 2008. They are both exceptional human beings and entrepreneurs that believe in providing exceptional service to their customers. And it shows. With over 14 years of experience, the Bike Affair has established itself as a trusted source offering honest advice and exceptional service. They are offering a special treat for the listeners of this podcast. You can enjoy a 10% discount on your first order by using the code BikeyVenki on their website. So if you are in Hyderabad, visit their store in Kondapur, or if you are anywhere else in India, shop online by using the link thebikeaffair.com. I will leave the link in the show notes. Now, enjoy the podcast. Hi, Sanjeev. Welcome to the Working
Hi,
Athlete Podcast.
thank you so much, Venki, and really nice for me. I heard a lot about you, and even I haven't got any chance to get connected. But I was not aware that this PBP 2023 will give me a chance to get connected to you. Otherwise, I could have done it before. So yeah,
Yeah, it is through PBP itself that I got to know about you as well. Although I realize that we are actually connected on Facebook,
yes,
and
correct,
but we haven't really interacted with each
yes,
other that much, I think. So
correct, correct,
on the feed, on my feed, your PBP completion popped up along with others like Grinny and stuff. So
yes.
it was great to kind of get to. I want to use this opportunity to get to know a little bit more about your journey, along with the PBP journey as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, about me, I belong to Uttarakhand. Okay,
Mm.
and I born and brought up in Modinagar. That's just around 40 kilometers far from this Delhi. Okay, so my this all schooling and college all done there only. And regarding connected with the sports activity, uh, I started that powerlifting part around in 2000, sorry, 1994.
Oh,
Okay,
how old
so
are you?
so yeah, so right now, uh, just the day that PVP got started, I covered 46 years. So
Nice.
so
We're about the same
so
age, I guess.
really.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay, 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 okay. That's nice.
So
So,
when you were
yeah,
talking about powerlifting in '94, that it were in your 20s, I guess, was it?
yeah, 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 somewhere around.
How did you get
Yeah.
into that?
Uh, yes, actually, from the family, I'll tell. Yes, father was also in certain sports, including hockey and other. My the elder brother, he is a black belt in judo. So, so I think I started a bit late compared to them. So just I think for getting ourselves fit, we joined that gym, and later on they said, okay, why don't you do one thing? Either in the because there are two parts. In the, either you are doing the weightlifting or powerlifting. So basically, there are few people who get confused with the lifting. They think that okay, powerlifting and weightlifting are the same thing, but both have the different things. You get snatch and clean, jerk in the weightlifting, and in the powerlifting you get three things. One is squat, second one is the bench press, and the third one is the deadlift. So I found that okay, powerlifting is something which I can easily do. So from '94, I was engaged into those activity, and I played till state level.
Hmm.
So one thing which I found later on that was not getting improved over a time, that was a deadlift. Okay, so I found in my category wherever all of these athletes were getting trained there, I was leading on squats. I was leading in the bench press, but in the deadlift, I found that okay, where they're starting, I was just almost 50% less than that. So if they are starting in the event from 200 kg, I was around 110 or 120. So then I thought, okay, something is wrong there. And later on, I found there was some problem in the my lower disc. So just because of that, I was not able to lift the heavy weight.
Oh. Hmm.
So once I found at certain level that pain was really severe. Even I was not able to move at certain moment. So what happened from actually our gym maximum senior people were in the railways and very good place. Even recently, uh, one coach who got this Dronacharya award from the this weightlifting session. Okay, and then they took me to this Subjang Sports Complex, and then that those sports doctor identified okay he has some problem in the this lower disc. Okay, and better to yeah you just avoid this weight and other part gym part. So from 97 98 I totally just give this all the sports activity from gym to avoid those pain and other things. Okay, and
Hmm.
from 99, yes, I started my job, then converted into the professional life, and then you can understand once you started a like 10-hour job, 9 to 10 hour job daily, you almost like that zero physical activity you're doing during those period, and on the daytime because full time you're just sitting on the table and you started gaining weight. So, and I think in 2003 I got married, and 2006 I got a, baby boy, and that life was just from home to office and then office to home. There's no any other things were happening. So cycling was nowhere in anything in the mind. Okay, I'll be doing such thing or not. Worst thing what happened in 2015. Okay, I was doing some like okay, yeah, I faced my this car tire got flat and I was just changing the wheel, and suddenly due to some jerk or some just coincidence that lifting of weight that I got a severe pain on the same area in that lower back. Okay, till that time, I haven't done any MRI, any X-ray for the same, because during that period people keep avoiding those things. Okay, till the time you're you're running, you're walking, that's fine. This will get rectified over a time. So once I found in the this 2015, even for few days, somebody was lifting me for any movement. Even I was not able to move like this something, because everything comes from your spinal, low spinal.
Right.
So they took me to this some doctor, and then he immediately advised for this. You go for the MRI and then come back to me. And then they found there was a really bad shape herniated disc on the L5 and S1 between.
Hmm.
So that condition was really bad. Even even I seen and I shown to many other experts also. And for one, I think for a month, they were just giving me the high dose for just controlling the pain. But there was not the solution, because you're just what you're doing. You're just pulling out the this wire from your mobile, but call is coming. So it's like that. So then I took certain advice from other senior doctor, and they simply said, "Better you do one thing. You are overweight, first thing." So that time I was around 90 plus kg.
Mm.
So they said, you do one thing. If you want to avoid this surgery, you just reduce by around 10 to 15 kg. Then I was worried, because I said, sir, you just asked me no, not join gym, don't do this thing, don't. Then what are the other option I have to reduce things? They said, okay, no, you either control on your food, and these are the small things you can start with. So I started with that form 15, but for a year and a half, but that doesn't help a lot. And finally, in 2017, I think late of 17, uh, I just find out, okay, because swimming option was not there in my locality, because from 2003 our entire family moved to Ghaziabad, that is a part of Delhi NCR. So running is a bit dangerous for that those area wherever you're finding that disc problem or some knee problem. So because due to of lot of jerks are there in the running. So then I thought, okay, let's do this cycling part. So I just bought one MTV from
Mm.
Decathlon in the end of this 2017. I started riding solo for 5 kilometer, 10 kilometers. So in the initial stage, even once I crossed this 10 to 15 kilometer, I was feeling, oh, I've done a really great
It's a
job,
big
and
achievement. Yeah.
yeah, it's a big achievement for me, because so I keep saying, oh, today I rode for 15 kilometer. Today my speed average was around 18 kilometer per hour. So those were the achievement I was just sharing with the people. So, and that time we were not having so much idea, like, okay, what are the importance of electrolytes, carbs, and other things. So we were just doing, okay, starting and going. So one day I made that, I still remember, that was the longest distance I covered that day. That was 62 kilometers. And I was just on the plain water, because I was not having anything. So I was on the plain water, and I think last 10 to 15 kilometer, I was like, okay, either I get the ambulance or I'll be getting fell at any moment. So once I reached the home, even I was not having the power to speak properly. I need some food or something like that. So that was the day I still remember. So this is how we started this cycling. So, and then after 2 or 3 months, because I was riding regularly, so I increased from 15 to 25, 25 to 50. And then this was part of my daily life, because it becomes a daily activity. That morning I'll be starting my ride around 5 or 5:30, and I was going till Delhi border, and then coming back from there, because then after coming back, I have to just get start for my office that was in Delhi. Over 3 or 4 months, I found I was able to create first century of my this ride. So that was a big achievement at that moment for getting, because that was a title that time. Okay, that person has done the century ride. That person is doing this thing. So then I heard about this long distance event, and they called it Breve. So they said, okay, this is something most of the people doing. And then I was just watching their face. He done this 600, he done this 400. So means I was not dreaming like how they are doing, what they are eating, means how they are getting the power for doing such a long event. So it was really just surprising for me to see those riders. So then, after I think 2 or 3 months at the end of this 17, I just opted for one first 200-kilometer BRM,
So
and
before we
then
get to
yeah,
the long distance riding, I
yeah,
just wanted to understand. So during this time, right, the main reason that you kind of got into the activities is to kind of lose weight, because the doctor suggested that you have to lose weight,
yeah,
if if your back issues have to be reduced, right? If
correct,
if back pain has to go, you have to reduce weight. So, and
correct,
you got, after maybe trying swimming or something, you got into cycling.
yeah,
During this time, as you started cycling and ride, slowly gradually increasing the distance, and got to your first century ride, and started thinking beyond that to kind of 200 and stuff like that. How was your back holding up during this time? Were you doing anything else other than cycling, um,
uh,
do, to
okay.
take care of it?
So yeah, so that time I was not doing any other part, like any other activity, any other yoga or something. So I was not doing that thing. So I was only doing this riding part, that biking.
Hmm.
So I was having this MTV. So MTV, since it has a soaker and other things, so I think there are less chances of getting this injured.
But your
So
back was fine.
yeah, yes, yes, yes. Then that encouraged me for this 200 ride. Okay, and then uh, for this first 200 ride, I was bit, after I think 100 kilometer, that was the U-turn point, and then yes, uh, because this was my longest ride that time, and I was putting a lot of efforts for, okay, be the first, because that was a new excitement. Okay, you are doing this thing. I think I was feeling like a hero riding a cycle to win the race, something like that. So a lot of the things were coming in the mind that was running behind that ride. So yes, that ride, 200 kilometer BRM, I done in a good time because I was riding ahead of certain road bikers. So that encouraged me a lot. And then I heard, okay, if you can complete four rides, that 200, 300, 400, 600 within that calendar year, because that ODEX calendar starts from November to October. Okay, so that my first ride was in this November 2017. So then I said, okay, let's opt it for this 300. So, things keep going, and I, I haven't faced any DNF due to certain problem. I'm not able to do something. So, all the things were going in the good direction and the positive way.
Yeah, so that
Hmm.
time I really found that was a lack of information, and I hardly found such do's and don'ts for doing such long distance event. And still, I remember that during my first 400-kilometer BRM, after around 340 or 50 kilometer, I was facing really bad this saddle races. So I gone to this washroom, and then as soon as I come, I found so much pain. So I think due to so much hesitation, I think we were not talking to each other. Yeah, this is the, my skin gone and I'm not able to ride further. So then one of the rider was also discussing with someone. Then I thought, okay, is it a common problem? So I thought it's with me only. So then I found, okay, you need to do certain that chamois cream and other part while you are doing this thing. So this is how we learn. Like even after competing 200, 300, 400, then I'm just getting this improvement. This was required for this thing. Okay.
Right.
So yes, first SR done with lot of joy and the thing. Then someone said, okay, people in India would do multiple SR. They get lot of recognition. Okay, one person who had done 7 SR in a year. I thought, oh, really? Is it possible? Then the second race started for getting multiple SR title in the same because that was my debut year in the Brevet. So almost as and when there was a brevet was happening in the Delhi NCR, I was participating most of this thing, and I completed 4 SR in the debut year, including
Wow. Four
including
SRs in the sense,
yes,
series of 200s, 300s, 400, and 600,
yes,
4 times
4 time, yes,
in the first year of cycling.
yeah. That was the first year of cycling. So
That is crazy.
and then people keep recognizing me with the, okay, that is the MTV man, that is the MTV man, because most of the rider were going for the long ride, they were having this road bike. So most of the time I was the only one, because during that period only I also gone for 1200 kilometer BRM in the same year. So that was from Noida till Jammu and coming back. So and
On the MTB.
on the MTV only, and in my MTV you can understand that was Rogue Rider 560. So I was having this 2.1 inch that tire, MTV tire. So so most of the time that people recognizing me with the same MTV, they said, "Oh, okay, MTV man is there." So yes, with the first debut year I started this thing, and this then 1200, and in the, I think after in the second year of Breve, I done this first longest distance in the India, that was for 1400 kilometer BRM. Okay,
Mhm.
that was
From
from
where to where was this?
that started from Noida, then gone till Jammu, then coming back, and then Dalhousie, then coming back. Then you'll have to cover Amritsar, and through Punjab you need to finish it at Greater Noida.
Hmm.
So that we finished at around that time 86 hours something minute at that moment. So yes, so almost now you said, okay, you tested all the what are the diseases you made. So I know, okay, this is ESA, this 1200, 1400. Now what next? So then our Noida Renderer club owner, Dipender, he said, yeah, Sanju, you heard about that PBP? So no, bhai, what is this? So he said, okay, this is the oldest event that happening from this France. That's a long distance event only. Okay, but because once I just Google on the same initially, because that started around 1891 from. So that time it was just for this professional category. So that time it was not like this okay, within this hour you are doing. So that time it was purely for the racing category, and that was happening with a gap of 10 years initially. This is what that data said. Okay, and then around 1931 this amateur category got introduced. So that time, and yeah, still that time it was happening with a gap of 5 year, because right now it is happening once in a 4 year, but that time it started with a 5 year gap, once in a 5 year.
Correct. Hmm.
Yeah. So after 71, after 1971, it was happening with a once in a 4 year. and we Indians started participating from say 2003 with the only one participant, and then again in the 2008 with the again single rider, and that numbers keep increasing after that. From
Hmm.
2011, we can say we seen around 15 rider, and with the only two finishers that time, and then that 2019, wherever we were talking about that part. So Dipender said, "Okay, Sanju, you can do one thing because you're doing very good, and this is the area, this is the distance because you have already means mentally you are strong for covering that long period. Okay, because you already tested this 1400 one. The only thing is what elevation is a bit difficult there, and the variation of the this temperature.
Temperatures. Yeah.
Yes, because what happened when you reach there in Paris, you find okay around 20-degree temperature. Okay, but when you reaching to the your U-turn point, that is the Brest. Okay, so around after 400 kilometer, you're just going toward this coastal area, and that temperature go really down. I think it's up to 6 degree or 7 degree. And that time I heard. So I said, okay, fine, bro. Let's get prepared for the same. So that time I started getting training from Arvind Pawar. That's from the railway. So and even he was bit he was not in that mode. Okay, he's the MTV person, he don't have power meter that time, and how he'll be getting trained. And I think he was not having any athlete that time was having that MTV, because most of the rider who were just doing for this nationals, so they were getting training from this Arvind for the national only. So then he said, "What is your target?" Because that time I was not mentally prepared for PVP. Then he said, "Why you need the training?" I said, "I need the good speed." I was not having okay. What is this FTP? What is the LTHR? So I was not having okay, sir. I need that FTP till 250 or 280 or 300. So I was not having that target because I was not aware that time. I said, once I will be having a 40 kilometer per hour speed, I need that one only. So I think that time he must be laughing after after disconnecting my call. So I'm not aware. So there's a time then he started giving that like structured training, and I was doing it with my this HR based training heart rate, because I was having the only this heart rate, so I was doing it like that. And yes, in between what was happening, whenever I was getting a time to go back to my this hometown in the Uttarakhand, so I was keeping my bike in the car only, and for this 3 4 days I was doing this hill training there. So that is something, because whenever you're riding the flat course, you have you're engaging your different muscles, and once you're going for the elevation other part, definitely your this other muscles are getting engaged for climbing only.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, that really helped me to get the feeling of like how your body is reacting on the elevation while you are just continuing for 4 hour or 3 hour with a good 10 plus gradient or 15 plus gradient. And then with so much excitement in other part, because coincidentally that was the first year, and I was just looking for someone who can help me out. And then one of my friend who has a like company, so they sponsored me. Okay, you do one thing, you just focus on your this training other part. And they said, okay, you just forget about this expenses of this travel and other things. So that was really nice of that person at the time. And just before the 1 month of this PBP 2019, in the month of July, uh, I got this road bike. With the help of this decathlon team, they just arranged it from the France, because that was not launched here. So you can just understand, I was just riding a 11 kg MTV bike, and suddenly I got the 6.9 kg carbon bike with the Durace wheel. So and I was just flying like anything once I got. So in the first month, even I was not having the importance of this bike fit. Okay, okay, this is good. You're looking good. So yeah, चलो ठीक है, इसमें चलाते हैं. So with the only 1 month of this, even if someone will ask me today, sir, I'm getting a bike 1 month before, should I go? Then I definitely ask you, "Yaar, are you stupid?" So never do this thing. So that time, this stupidity we were doing, and I just opted for this 84-hour category, because in the PVP you get the three category, and you have a choice from 80 hours. Normally, most of that is competitive people, because PBP, yes, it's like a other brevet, and there is no any race, there is no any prize for first or last one. But yes, people comes there to give their best, and they found okay how fast they can cover this entire course.
Correct.
So most of the this people who opted for 80 hours, they have a target. Okay, let's finish it under 60 hour or 50 hour, or make a new record, because their record people finish it under 43 hour, 44 hours. So those people, those groups, they start in the 80. They start in the 80 hours category, and accordingly, you get a every control point closing time. So, for example, if I'm starting at 8 o'clock and you are also starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, so might be possible for next 100 kilometer I'll get 5 hour and you'll get 4 hour, something like that. So you'll be having
Hmm.
less time for reaching each control point. Then after that there was a 84-hour category, and then finally that 90 hours for rest of people. So then people suggested you do one thing, you opt for the 84-hour category. Now you can understand, I have a road bike which I just bought 1 month back, and I'm not very used to with this. I'm doing this event first time with us around 12,000 meter of elevation.
Kilometers.
Yeah, elevation is also there. So
Hmm.
so
1,200 kilometers and 12,000 I mean meters of almost 12,000 meters of elevation.
yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
So so then I just they said okay, you just opt for 84 hour. The only benefit, you're starting the early morning. Then this 80 hours category started at in the noon, and then this 90 hours category people, they start from the like late evening around 5:30 p.m., something like that. So we'll be getting an advantage, we'll get the entire day to ride, because yes, because if you are studying in the evening, then after 4 or 5 hour you'll be facing the like sleeping stroke and something like that. So I said okay, fine. So that time I was just I just following whatever that this people were advising, and I know even entire Punjab almost, they opted for 84-hour category in the 2019, because that time one statement was going on, 90 hour वो तो नॉर्मली टूरिस्ट लोग करते हैं, वो तो इजी लोग करते हैं, 84 आवर दोज आर द राइडर, दोज आर स्ट्रॉन्ग थिंग. सो एंड फिर तो सब जोश जोश में ओके लेट्स गो फॉर 84. They are not finding their capability, whether I will be doing it or not. Okay, someone is saying this thing, oh let's do this. And that time I started, and coincidentally, yes, training was good that time, and I was in the leading bunch when my this early morning 5:30 bunch got started. I thought I had a dream, because when you start that, okay, that support vehicle, that car runs with you, and you can't pause that in the initial distance till the time they are just for around I think 10 to 15 kilometer runs. Then I was in the bunch. I was just following. They were rotating the drafting mode, and after I think reaching the first official CP, I found okay, my knees are they're crying like anything, because I was just following their pace that time. So then I just said Tata bye bye to the bunch, and then I was continuing my own pace. So The only disadvantage was in the 84-hour category, because you're not getting much people for riding in a bunch. Maximum bunch rides in the 90-hour category. Okay, so that was the only disadvantage which I faced there. So I keep riding, and then I found, okay, because after finishing this 2019, I found, because the in the last they said 2 or 3 sessions, that 19 was the difficult one, because we started with the same temperature, and till Brest I can feel that temperature come down till 3 degree, because it mixed with the rain also. So I kept heading. Okay, those are the people who quit this event. And once I reached the Ludek control point, that was around 460 kilometer. So I found the maximum people who started in the in the night in the this 90-hour category who were staying there. Maximum were sleeping, and maximum decided to quit from there. Then I,
Because they had the bad weather, is it?
yes, 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 bad weather,
Hmm.
and yes, and even I can quote that maximum people were not trained or prepared for such weather, or
Hmm.
such elevation also.
Right.
So I found, I think that was the year wherever we found the I think worst performance from the India.
Hmm.
Uh, we were around that time, say 300 something people, I feel registered for the same. And the success rate for 2019 was around 14% only, 1/4.
Wow. Hmm.
So that was the only thing. So yes, that weather. And then second issue was the headwind. So I can say it's around 80% of the route that was filled with the almost head or crosswind.
Hmm.
So this is the something for which I think maximum people were not prepared, and they were not expecting. Normally hum say normally whenever we are riding any brave, we found, okay, you're facing headwind, okay, in the return you'll get the tailwind, so you'll get the advantage.
Right.
But surprisingly, after 2 days, that wind direction got changed. So now you can understand, from Paris, we are going to Brest, and then we are facing the headwind, and then after 2 days, we are again facing the this headwind and crosswind.
Double bonanza.
Yeah, Bonanza. So this is something which definitely make this DNA or quit of this event from the maximum riders. And
Hmm.
that challenge was not with the Indian also. That was same for other countries people also.
Right.
Yes, we expect around 7,000 to 8,000 participants you can see in the PVP, and that is more than 70 countries. These are the numbers which I have. And then overall, I faced overall around in 2019 uh, somewhere. Female, I haven't found any female completed that PVP in till 2019.
Hmm.
Yes, because in the previous version also female
From
parts,
India. And
yeah, from India.
hmm.
So till 2019, there were certain this versions. In 2015 also female participants were there, but coincidentally,
They could not finish.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. And I can assure you, if in 2019 this headwind or this temperature very was not there, then definitely you could have seen a few riders from the female category also.
Right.
So yes, with lots of jaws, and I think that was the only one area I haven't gone for any sleep in the 2019. That only saved my game. If I could have
Hmm.
gone for any like long sleep and something, then I'd definitely this might have not done it under that 84-hour category.
Hmm.
So yes, that time I personally realized what is the this sleeping stroke, and why such accidents are happen on the highways wherever that you found. Okay, truck driver go on sleep, and then this something is happening. Okay, we were having an idea. Okay, if you're cycling, you can't get while cycling you can't sleep. Okay, we were having that assumption, but that is a wrong thing. I'll tell you personally, because in the night, because that I think from 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. was the peak period when you get the sleeping stroke. And what happened, because 80 to 90% of your brain in the they're sleeping, only 10% is there. So what happening, if I'm saying Venki is there, so my Venki's image is going through my eyes, and brain is reading, okay, Venki is there, Venki is there, Venki is there. Now what is happening, your image is there, okay, but refreshing is not happening. So this
Right.
something you found. Okay, you're riding on the road, so your brain you just, that gave a signal, okay, that you're riding on road, but your this image is not getting refreshed, and then you found, okay, you gone to outside road, or you just fell down. So something like that, which I personally realized in this night bear. So, but luckily, things were in my favor that time, and I think I done it on the second or third from the India, and with the 81 and 22 minute, 81 hours 22 minutes for the
Hmm.
91. So yes,
Was the weather, was the weather a little bit favorable for you? What did you not?
no, not at all, not at all.
Mhm. It's the same. You have to go through those
Yes,
nights with the
yes,
wet trains and the cold,
correct,
weather
correct.
and stuff. Yeah.
Correct. So I still remember I was riding in the night. I think that was the second night, and I had the basic clothing. You can understand, because this time, okay, we are prepared so much. We would be having a like Castelli jersey and Rafa this jackets and this Gore-Tex and fla fla fla. Okay, and that time we were having a basic jersey with the basic decathlon, this wind or rain
Wind cheater.
wind cheater, you can say. Okay, that green is like, so, and then cap is like that, because it was raining, and in the night my posture was this. And due to the around in the that which I said, it's around 3 degree or 4 degree, and my eyes and this eyebrow was almost freezed, and I was just riding like that. And whenever I was getting a like sleeping stroke, I was slapping myself. I think I put it 3 or 4 slaps in the very tightly in the face. So that was I think, or I was having a basic decathlon gloves, full gloves. So in the night, so that was the period. I still remember how good we were prepared for the thing, and but yes, luckily I can say that
So
in
you managed to finish it in 81 hours,
yes,
slapping yourself awake to
yes, yes,
continue riding and
yes,
finish.
yes, you can say that I slept like anything. And I still remember the last I think 20 kilometer or 15 kilometer. Then you have the tears of happiness and everything, and I was crying like anything, because maximum time I was just riding alone. So literally, I was not able to wipe my tears and other things. So yes, those are the areas which
Very emotional
emotional.
finish.
I
Yeah.
was not able to control those things. So yes, finally I finished it, and once I crossed the last time mat, okay, and my knee was totally gone. My Achilles tendon was creating a sound which my brain can hear, that some wooden door is opening. So that each this Achilles tendon of my this feet was making the, because that was swelling like anything.
Hmm.
It might be due to this wrong bike fit or something like that. So those are the area. So once I finished, and I was not having that much of power to uncleat my shoes. and to just get away from the bike. So those are the area. Yes, and I took almost, I think, 5 to 6 months to get all my this fingers numbness gone, my feet
Wow.
numbness, so that I still remember that how this 5 or 6 months gone after that.
Hmm.
So
Amazing. So
yeah.
that's your first PBP, right?
Yes,
In
yes. That was my
2019.
first international event, you can say.
Hmm. So and you have managed to ride 4 SRs in your first year. You managed to ride 1200 and 1400 kilometer LRMs within India, and
Yes,
then you also managed to within a 2 years of starting cycling, 1.5 years of starting cycling, you managed to complete PBP as well. Despite bad bike fit, despite not carrying much in terms of clothing and other things, you
correct.
still managed to, creaking heels,
Yeah.
with with probably the your cheeks swelled with your own slaps to keep yourself awake. You finally managed to finish it.
Yeah.
So how, so after, in 2000, that was 2019,
Yes.
and you took almost 5 months to gain back all the
Thanks.
feelings in your extremities, like the for the numbness to go and everything, right? From then on, how did your cycling change, or how did it go from there, from 2020 onwards?
Yeah. So what happened? It started after that. Okay, that 17 period. What was happening? Because while I was going to office, we were in we were going in a pool for office. We were 4 people. So maximum time, they were finding, okay, I have some appointment with the doctors for some eye problem. I diagnosed with this cholesterol, LDL, and I was diagnosed with the high BP. Okay, some problem in their skin. So they're finding, okay, almost in a month or 2 months, I was having some problem there, and I was having certain appointment with the doctors. And that cycling, how it changed my life. I hardly gone for doctors for such problem. Okay, that my high BP problem gone, because that time this my upper side reached around 155. So at now, at any moment, whenever I'm going for this measuring my this BP, I found the upper one is around either 115 or 112 or 116, something like that. So that BP prolongon, for which you always get advice from doctor. Now, okay, you have diagnosed with the this high BP. Now this is the medicine, and you have to take for the entire life. This is the common word whenever you are going to take the advice from the any doctors. Then for the digestion, yes, you can understand, because whenever we are doing for any cardio exercise, okay, the first thing, your this internal system, best part is your immunity is getting boosted, and your digestive system get strong. And any person who have a good digestive system would be having a less medical problem. So this is something which changed my life, I can say. And because you can understand, I am just managing between my married life, with my official life, the professional life, and this my passion. Okay, so yes, there are classes there. They'll find, okay, whenever you're getting a weekend, you're going for the ride and other things, and we are not getting any holidays, things like that. So, but once they found, okay, this cycling is helping them out in this medical problem and other part, then they keep supporting me. And I
Right.
always get a support from my family, as well as my this office also, because they
Hmm.
felt proud. Okay, yeah, one employee, he's doing such thing, because maximum people who are just not doing any physical activity or any sports, so they found, okay, okay, whenever I was asking for that, okay sir, I need that much of leave. So almost you can understand, if I'm saying I done 4 SR, I done 1200 face, okay. So yes, how they were managing, because I'm working in a IT industry, that is services, IT services. So and almost we are on our toe whenever we are getting any escalation of the customer at the part. So yes, in the IT services you can't sit idle, okay. So but still my entire management and my this team entire team who supported me like anything. They were celebrating whenever I was getting any prize, because from 2018 I started participating in the competition for races and other things, and
Hmm.
luckily I was getting the podium positions in the amateur
Right.
category. Yes.
Hmm.
So and in the last, whether it was in the this uh, Bhakra Nagal race, that was the 100 kilometer for the like till national category people who are riding there, and I found that like first prize there. Or the recent one that HCL has done here in the this Delhi NCR, I got the first prize there. So yes, people found, okay, this material especially not for the BRM only, because you'll find, okay, once people are doing, okay, I'm doing the SR, so they'll find, okay, it's a long distance material, he can't come into the races and other things. So but those thinking in the other part got changed. And yes, they found, okay, people who are getting good training and spending good time on the saddle, they can also perform well in the races also, competition race, and they can also manage the this breve also, the long distance event. So yes, I can say yes, cycling totally changed my life in that way.
Right. Yeah. The health, all the health issues, all the doctor visits were out of the, out of
Yes,
the window.
yes,
You were able to maintain your health. You were able to, obviously, when the family sees how it has, made a change to your overall health and
correct.
outlook, obviously they will support us, right?
Yes,
Great, great.
yes,
And not just the endurance riding, you also were taking part in races and uh, making a podium there. Um, but how? Let us now talk about more of your recent PBP,
yes,
right? PBP 2023, 4 years after the last one. So,
yes.
how was the preparation for that? How did the preparation for that go, and
Okay.
how did it change bit? From the preparation you were doing
In
4
2019.
years earlier. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So before attending this 2023 season of PBP, I also gone for LEL, London, Edinburgh, London. That was in
Hmm.
2022.
2022.
Yeah.
Right.
So here what we did, we have a good group here in Delhi, okay, and we have a team, we have a coach here who is also a rider, okay. So yes, he developed one app. We are getting a structured training there, and those are the universal plans.
Hmm.
So we are going with the same. And yes, while I say that, okay, in 2019 I was getting prepared with like my HR based training, but yes, after after once I finished this 19, I invested in the power meter, and then I started getting training and training on the this power based yes, structured plan.
Hmm.
So for this London, Edinburgh, London, again we worked really hard. We had a target for weekly, say minimum 12 hour of your riding time should be there. Okay, we had a like 1 day recovery day and 6 days for the ride only. So normally we keep Monday for the recovery only. So that Saturday and Sunday we go for the least long endurance event only. So in the same way, yes, London, Edinburgh, London, we found okay, it has a much larger distance compared to PBB. It has a very brutal elevation compared to PBB.
Hmm.
So, and coincidentally, in 2022, there was some work was going on onto this their designated route. So they just diverted to some other hills, and that was the really. I can only say I haven't seen such elevation here. I just seen a triangle board, and it was I think 24 or 25% gradient I can see.
Oh
So,
my God.
so you can understand. I still remember I was because I was having this 50 to 36 crank, and due to the limitation of this Dura-S group set, I was having the cassette of 11 30. So with
Hmm.
the 36 and 30 ratio, I was on the same climb wherever. I haven't found any Indian who crossed those climb on the bike. Maximum say okay after half they were either walking and either they're just complete the full elevation in the walking only. But I had a target. Okay, whatever will be happening, I'll not do any elevation on the photo. I'll not walk anywhere. And I think during return in the LEL, it was I think early morning of around 5 or 6, and uh, totally silence I can hear. I was able to heard my heartbeat, and my half pedal was going down, and in the half pedal I was able to breathe 2 times on that. So it was a so something like that. But only thing what I had a like साइकिल से उतरना नहीं है whatever happening I'll keep rotating my pedal. So that was an area, and due to the same like because I was putting the high torque for all the elevation due to the limitation of my this crank and cassette in the LEL. Yes, after say around 900 or 1000 my this left this at least tendon was almost gone. Was
Hmm.
not able to rotate the pedal also. So in the next control, I just met with this doctor, and then he advised, okay, I can do one thing. You will be able to finish your this event, but after that, you will take a long time to get it required. I said, suppose you do whatever you want to do, but I want to finish this event. So they had a like this bandage, this uh, really tight this elastic based bandage, and they just wrapped around this my this Achilles tendon and the back, and then I think it was like you just uh, almost mm, wrapping the this your swelling area. Okay, and that's why I think I was not able to face further. I was not able to feel those pain, and
Hmm.
yes, that made my rest of the event peacefully. So yes, before that current 2023 this LEL was also there, and yes, we were able to finish it under I think 119 hours, wherever we had a time of 128 hours and 20 minute round, because
Hmm.
due to that two this big elevation they added 3 hours and 20 minutes I think. Otherwise the standard time for this London Edinburgh London is 125 hours
Hmm.
with respect to
Right.
your control point timing, I think.
Right.
So yes, that confidence was
So that is like 1600 kilometers, right? LEL
1540 kilometer 1540.
1540. You
Yes,
managed to finish in 119
yes,
hours. Hmm.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So that confidence is there going into
yes, yes.
PBP this time. Yeah.
So that time I found okay, yes, now we done this PVP, we done this LEL. Now everything is now under our control. So for this time for the PVP, we really trained like anything. I still remember in the last month of July, I was doing around 22 to 24 hours in a week time. Okay,
Wow.
and in the weekend, I still remember I was doing the ride of around 8 hour or 7 hours for Saturday, and then again on the Sunday. So for the family, I think I said, "See, you just forgot me out for this 1 month. You'll be facing me. You'll be finding me at the home." So yes, and I can simply say whenever someone say, "Okay, sir, you give us some tips for this for cracking this PVP or LER or something like for signature," I said there is no any shortcut. Simply on the single line, there is no any shortcut. Whatever like your settle time will decide your this result. Nothing else.
Hmm.
You might be having, say you said, okay sir, I've done 10 SR, I've done 5 SR, doesn't matter. In the last year I have so much of shield and trophy and other things, I've done LL 2 time or PP 2 time. Your current year result will depend upon your last settle period, which you are doing in the last couple of months. So that's the only area. Other than no experience, no other thing, no shortcut, nothing will help you out. So
Right.
yes, we made a group of around 20 people in the Delhi NCR, and we made sure everyone should complete this right.
Hmm.
Whether we have one female rider, we had one female rider also who just started around I think 8 month or 10 month back, and she was also there in the this LEL as a volunteer. So we said, okay, fine. We know there is a challenge because you're not able to do your entire training as per the plan due to your this professional life. But you do one thing, whatever the distance you're going, you go for the same. Whether you complete 400 or 600, it will be an achievement for you.
Right.
So that's it, yeah. And might be possible if you're going. I know with this less training and other part, there is a doubt you will be getting. You'll finish it under the given time. But you try your hard. Okay,
Right.
so for making sure we made a group, and then yes, after this, you can say after this 2019, I learned a lot about this bike fitting other part, and then I spent good time, and I took certain advice from the international rider. I gone for certain this application and other things, and then even from 18 sorry, from this last 1 year, my friend he said, okay, yeah, you're doing good and this part, and you already invested so much time, so you also start giving this bike fitting session to other people who are not aware. And yes, we found this in India, we hardly have people for good bike fitting.
Hmm.
And might be there are certain problem because yes, we have attained, okay, yeah, you just bought the cycle, yeah, settle यहाँ तक कर दो, ये यहाँ तक I'm looking good, मैं अच्छा लग रहा हूँ, and then you keep riding. So you're not finding that, okay, how important it is, and how each is important for making sure whatever the power you're putting, it is getting transferred in the right way, in the proper way.
Right.
So yes, in the meanwhile, I started taking that bike fitting session with the people, and maximum people in our group just went through the same. And you won't believe, only I think three people, because one male person who met with the accident at around 600 kilometer, he had a fracture on the left this hand and scratching, and then he was just admitted there in the hospital. And two female, rest all people finished from the Delhi. So
Wow.
so that
So
was
how
a
many people went and how many finished?
from the Delhi, it was a total count was around 20 people, and almost 17% from Delhi
Wow.
finished it.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, and out of those 17 fastest, three finisher were from the Delhi NCR only. So
Hmm.
uh, yes, since you asked that, okay, how that training was going? Yes, it was really we put in everything for this event. Okay, and the only thing I always had a fear whenever I was going for, even for PBP first time, for the LEL and for this time, because since I know my MRI for the my this herniated disc, so I only have a prayer at any moment. What happened if that pain gone unbearable and certain things? So that could be a what case wherever I have to opt for the, okay, I need to quit this event. So that's
Hmm.
the only area. For rest, I was 100, say 200% sure that okay, we are going to.
But was there any reason for that fear? Was there were there any instances in between,
No.
from when you started riding to now?
Mm.
Did that come back at
See,
any point of time?
see, after that, there was no any incident wherever I faced that pain, which I
Hmm.
noticed at the year of 2015. And yes, in the this
But that is there, kind of, it can crop up anytime.
yes.
Okay, there is that thought in the mind.
So
Okay.
the only thing, yes, through biking, one thing which I said, when I was in 2015, I was around say 90 kg plus, and then I this due to the cycling only, nothing else, due to cycling only. And once you are getting trained for competition and other things, then you found okay, this spicy food, this oily item, this salty item, then you found okay, these are the item are related with your performance. And definitely if I'll keep having such food, it will definitely degrade my performance. So once
Hmm.
you start relating your food, then definitely you can avoid. You even internally you'll say, okay, yaar, no, yaar, pizza, nahi, yaar, uh,
Right.
इसमें ये है, इसमें definitely cold drink बहुत सारा sugar. So once in a while something that can work, but yes, on a frequent basis, definitely you'll not take it.
Hmm.
So
So how,
huh,
just to kind of close that thread of on the weight thing, right? What is your weight now?
okay, so that's why I was coming there. So I started with the 90 plus, and then I just keep riding and having certain control of this sweet and this so especially in the sweet and salty item. So normally I take a very less salt in the food, and I reached till 61.7 kg because I keep a picture of whenever I was having this my weight balance.
Wow,
But
61. That's like
0.7, yes.
maybe more than 30 kilos lighter.
Almost. So and but when you reduce so much of weight, your power also goes, so
Hmm.
your FTP also get tripped. So the area, then I started keeping my weight around 65 kg. So
Hmm.
that is a, like 64 to 65, that's a good range for me, and I found under that range my performance is on the like peak area.
Hmm.
Yes, so on the weight, yes, that got reduced. And how I was measuring that, okay, now my pain got better. What was happening while that during that period, while I was not doing any of the cycling other part, so I had to do for this multiple customer meeting due to office. So I was trailing by the metro from this Ghaziabad to Gurgaon. So I think just after because you hardly get a seat in the metro, because I hope you also seen certain pictures of the Delhi metro. So you hardly get a seat if you are not starting from the first station. And after 30 or 40 minutes, it was that I was starting getting the pain in the lower disc, and then I just looking for the okay, wherever I can put my back so that I can get some support. So yes, through this cycling and through this weight reduction, I clearly identified the changes. I was traveling to this customer meeting for multiple time, and I never found okay, I'm facing this pain due to this. I'm not getting seat or yes. So
One, your fitness increased, and
yes,
then because your weight has reduced so much, there is not that much pressure on your joints, your
exactly,
spine, and
yes,
all that, right?
exactly.
So obviously you know that it's a much easier living life, and going about your daily life.
Correct.
Yeah.
correct, correct. And from last 2 year, from 21, uh, I spent good time for flexibility, because I found if you don't have good flexibility, you can't compete in any competition. This
Hmm.
is one thing. Okay, in a simple example, because whenever someone asks me, in a simple example, you can understand, if you are making a cadence, if you are maintaining a cadence of around say 80 rpm. Okay, so in a 1 minute you're rotating for 80 times. So your knee is working like this, tuck, 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 tuck. Now you just understand in the 10 minute you're rotating for 800 times. Now you just understand in the 100 minute. Now you just understand for 80 hours of your ride. So if you don't have a good flexibility, okay, you're just either you're focusing on your gym, on your body, definitely you'll not go for a long, you'll either you immediately found after certain hours that okay, lactic acid is accumulating in your this muscles. Okay, and or you are just facing the cramp and other things. So yes, I was investing. I think once in a week or twice in a week, I was just going to this gym. Okay, for doing the low weight training, because just to avoid that. Okay, no any further chances for this my lower disc. Okay, and
What
yes,
were you doing for flexibility?
for the flexibility, yes, because my wife, she's a yoga teacher. Okay, she's doing a PhD in yoga. So and she runs a yoga center also. So I asked, यार ये वाली ऐसे कैसे करते हैं इसको? So okay, so then I get certain step from her also, take her help in this thing, and I make sure yes I'm able to, yeah, touch anything. If I'm standing in a straight without bending my knee, I'm able to touch the this ground with the palm. Okay, and just making sure that okay in the bend knee I'm able to touch here, something like. So lots of exercises there, but yes,
Right.
I'm just making sure that my glutes are really open. Okay, and
Hmm.
there should not be any restriction.
Hmm.
Yes,
Right. So that yoga helped with the flexibility part.
correct, correct,
Right.
correct,
All right.
correct.
Coming back to the PBP
Yes,
performance, right?
yes.
You managed to finish the PBP in what 46 hours something?
56 hours.
Sorry,
Five,
yeah, 56 56:49,
56,
right?
29.
56:29.
Yes,
So I mean that is a huge improvement from like 81 hours
yes,
that you did 4 years back.
correct.
So what was this, how did that much improvement happen? What did you do differently this time in terms of ride, nutrition, ride, sleep breaks, or rest breaks, and how did the whole thing go?
Yeah. So, first thing what I did is I analyzed my entire data of 2019. So, I made a sheet on my Excel, and then I found the break time at each control point. And then I was a bit surprised that 25 hour, around 20 minute, 25 or 20 minute was the break time which I spent
Wow,
at the control point.
more than a day.
Yeah, so I said okay यार, अगर मैं इसको ही if I can just reduce by 50%, then you just understand I'll be getting an advantage of around 10 hour or 12 hour. So by default, if I'm at 81 category, so I can reach it to till 70 or 72 hours. So that was the first area how I can reduce that part. Okay. Secondly, okay, in the 2019, I had a like hot water bath at this 460, and in the return also, I was spending cool time. I was spending on the social media also because it's a coincidence. Whenever that preview get started, my birthday is on the same day. So on the 20th of August is my birthday. Okay, so I because I was writing and then I forgot today is my birthday. So whenever that in the 19th. I accessed my mobile, and then I found, okay, the people they started wishing me. And yes, once you open your mobile, and if you are interacting with the people, you open your any social account, then definitely you're spoiling your time, because with the tired body, with lots of fatigue, you cannot assume how fast you are spending your time, because your brain unable to give you a signal, okay, it's 2 minutes or 20 minutes. So you'll find, okay, yeah, okay, अभी बैठा था, and it's almost 40 minutes have gone, something like that. So one thing I found, okay, at the CP I won't waste any time. One thing I just simply skipped it somewhere. Secondly, yes, I had to work lot on the food part. Okay, so yes, I searched for a good product like SIS, like Hammer. They have a good gel. Okay, so which is very easy for Dyson and other things. So you won't feel the bloating and acidic. And third thing that was really important, whenever you are planning for a achieving a good time in this long distance event, wherever you found that, okay, you'll be sleeping hardly for hour or 2 hour in each night, you should start taking a good sleep from last 3 or 4 night. I can say I was making sure on the daily basis I was on the bed for around 10 hours or 11 hours. And
before the event.
yes, 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 yes. So for 18, 19, or 17, I had a good sleep there. I was not rushing for anything. Okay, whatever work is happening, no problem. In the last day also, I think because we had a for this current season, we had a start time at 5:30 p.m. So I was sleeping till I think around 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and then second thing, I decided, okay, that no food after say around 2 p.m. or 2:30 p.m., so that because you can understand each food has their own Dyson period, that
Hmm.
cycle. So some food with the 4 hours cycle, some food come with the like around three, or accordingly differently. So that's the second thing. The third thing, I'll not keep the mobile in the on condition. So I think we had a event at around 5, around 3 o'clock, or when we started in the train for the this starting point. I just switched off mobile and kept it, so that I should. I was not assuming that, okay, I'll be getting in call, I'll be getting in a wish for, okay, best of luck for the event, something like that. So I was keeping myself calm. Okay, and there should not be any interaction in the with the social media that period. I'll be keeping this mobile or this my Apple Watch only for this alarm if I'm going for any power nap or other things. So that battery is just for the this emergency purpose, or if something happened, if I need to call somewhere. So for that purpose only, I was keeping this mobile and this my watch. And yes, food, I had a plan that I will hardly go for having a food at control point, because that takes lot of time there, because you're standing in a queue, then you're taking your number, then you're paying for the same. And for food also, there is a canteen inside the control point. So because at every around, I think total, once you start till finish, you find 14 control point. So and that means 13 control point from start and finish.
Hmm.
And at each control point you need to get your Breve card stamp and sign there, in addition to you're crossing your bike with this time chip on their time mat. So
Okay.
they keep both the records, physical as well as the through this time mat.
Did. Hmm.
Yes, so if you're planning for food at CP, definitely you'll be spending a lot of time there. So I was making sure what are the food carbs and calories based item I had. I was using those things, and then only at some place I found I'll be using some on route, some store and some this cafeteria and something like that for having any small meal.
Gas stations and stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So these are the area, in addition to my this training, I make sure these are going to change my timing compared to 2019 till this thing. So I had a target of around 70 over. Okay, we'll meet यार 10 घंटे का तो कर ही लेंगे. So and then we started in this PVP. I learned a lot. I can say. I'm really very frank to say this thing. We people almost riding in a fear that yeah, other people वो foreigner है, he would be having a lot of power. They are stronger than us. Okay, so you do one thing. We should keep in a bunch. We should be in a drafting mode. We should conserve our power so that in the return leg, because it's a long game, and then we'll be using our power at that moment. So, and I found due to that same fear, you hardly apply your, you hardly give your 100%. Okay, and maximum time what you're doing, you're just riding with your either 50% power or 60% power, because you are just sitting in the bunch in the behind. So what happened, once our batch started at the 5:30 p.m. uh, in the initial 10 kilometer, while this support this bike was at the front. Okay, and two or three strong people were riding, and then once I go for leading the, because we were rotating the, they were rotating in the this leading one. So once I go and I rode for a few kilometers, and then I found whenever I was putting effort on the any elevation, then bunch were getting dropped. So it happened for multiple time, and then I realize we have a good power than this bunch. I have a good power, so that I calculated in the next 30 or 40 kilometer, and then I decided to, okay, let's go on your pace. Okay, at least I would not be having a regret at the finish. Okay, yeah, I haven't given my 100% for this event. So as soon as I started for the elevation, the entire bunch got dropped, uh, and suddenly I found one rider. I think I'm not. I don't remember the country from where he was. He was wearing the this last 2019 PBP jersey. He just suddenly came back and he was drafting behind me. So I was happy. I thought he's a strong one. So we'll be rotating the this ride, and definitely it will be easy, and I'll be getting a riding buddy. But somehow what was happening, either I was more excited and I was putting the more power. So after three climb, I found he also got dropped. So then I said, yeah, Sanju, now it's your day. So I, you got a special power, or today your body is running like anything. So so I think that was the point that triggered. Then I said, okay, I'll not wait for anyone. I was riding at my pace, and then I found any bunch, or at any climb any foreigner or any bunch dropped me somewhere.
Hmm.
So 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 one thing which I can accept, we almost underestimate our power at certain level, and due to the same fear, by understanding, oh, Venki has a good muscles, he has a good thighs, so Venki में से strong होगा. So we get some fear, and by default Indians find, okay, foreigners so by default they would be stronger than us. So that was the area. And then I found I keep riding, and but suddenly what happened after 360 kilometer, because what was happening, because since it's a countryside area, okay, and we were crossing through their villages, okay, but normally in India we say village, but those villages are not like India, because they are much better than even certain places are than our capital also. So what was happening, whenever that road was entering to their this village area, there was certain this road, this some cement triangles were there for this traffic direction, and those were having very little height, or they were around say 4 inch or 6 inch in the height suddenly. So it was night around 11:10 or 11:15 p.m. And suddenly I just, because with the low light, because what I was making sure, I was riding with the 100 lumen light. I had a 400 lumens light, so I was keeping it at the 100 one. And I was, because normally I'm very comfortable with the riding in a low light in the night. So the main purpose was to save the battery life, so that I keep this power bank for the long period. So I just missed to read the triangle, because my this friend who just joined from the Tintiniac, I was just talking to him, and then bunch was there, and suddenly I missed that triangle, and my just bike ran over that spot. And due to the same, because I was using this tubeless with this sealant, that rear tire got pinched on the corner of that cement block. And then that due to the cut, you can understand that I immediately faced that, okay, that liquid and air is going. And it was really a frustrating thing, because whenever you are riding for your best timing and other thing, and then when you found, and especially because I realized this puncture happened due to that cut, and this is not going to solve on the immediate basis,
Hmm.
because liquid is there on the side punch. When cut is there, even you plug your this puncture plugs, it also they don't hold that plug also.
They
So
don't get sealed that
yes,
quickly.
yes, yes,
It's basically a cut. Yeah.
yeah. And the first pain part is there, yeah, it was totally pitch dark there. And coincidentally one bus stop was there, so I immediately took my bike. I had to remove my this saddle bag that was around 7 liter of that size. And that was the painful, because you need to remove all the stuff from the bag, and then at the last, because you keep this puncture toolkit, because it happened really only, so you keep on
Right.
the last of the your bag. So before that you need to I need to remove all the stuff. I was keeping all my this protein carbs and chocolate and other things under this bench, and then finally I removed this puncture kit. I tried with this, still tried with this plugs, but that liquid hasn't sealed that one. So finally I said, okay, now it's time to make it with the tube, to insert by removing the valve, and then putting the tube inside. So I just removed it wheel, and then you can understand after 350 and in the night, this due to cold, your this fingers doesn't,
Fingers are numb.
yeah,
Yeah.
that does work in the normal way, which you use in the daylight.
Hmm.
And in the this, once you use the sealant in the wheel, you need to put lot of power for that this tire to get unlocked from the this inner
The
lock.
rim.
Yeah. Yes,
Correct.
rim, yes. So
Hmm.
once you need to break that part, then only your this lever will work, this
Right.
tire removing lever. So then I just open that, cleaning the liquid, and so much gun the that gum everywhere.
Right.
And but even all my gloves and everything, I'm doing this thing, but things were not happening in my favor that time. After say around 20 or 25 minutes, I was just cleaning, I was just dropping all the liquid from this rim. And suddenly, because in the latest all the this wheels, your hubs came out automatically. They don't require any tool. So your this
Hmm.
cassette will come out with the this free up.
Okay.
And I was doing, and then suddenly that dropped down. Frog
Oh, the cassette.
cassette. I said, what happened? This. I picked the cassette, and then I found that okay, this your free hub poles. You know, 6 poles were there in the wheel, so poles also came out. Luckily, I made this entire bike from my hand only, and I know everything, every part, because that each and every screw happened through my hand only while building this bike. So anyway, I just picked all the things. Uh, I was laughing like that when I just recalling this area, because I was having this Ulti 400 light, and I kept on my mouth, and I was doing like this like happy dent ad, and because I need to focus the light at certain area, so I kept that light inside my mouth, and I was doing this on the both hand. Something like that. So, so you can understand. So that for around 10 or 15 minutes, that light was inside my mouth. Okay,
Right.
I was doing this thing, and then once that pulse dropped, then I was on the light. I was searching on the on the ground, and I put it. Finally, after around say 45 minutes or 50 minutes, something I closed this wheel tire, and whatever the CO2 I had, I wasted for checking the this plugs in the same thing. So I had this micro pump, and so I just
Hmm.
inflated the tire, and then once I go to then packed my this saddle bag, put it all of this same inside. Once I started, and then I found that my this crank is not rotating backside. Okay, and then it was a double frustration that time. And that was the only moment when I thought, if something is not going to settle and I'll have to wait for the morning, then I'll quit this event. uh, that much of frustration, and this negativity was coming inside that time.
Hmm.
Again open bag, all my packet, then at the end again same, and open the wheel, and then I found that okay, while I was fixing the cassette and poles, one poles was not fitted properly, and while I was just inserting it, one get inside the this cassette, and that got stuck. So i was just noticing one thing. Whenever you do any work in the frustration, okay, or so much pressure, so you do you'll not be able to do any basic thing in a proper way.
You
Even
tend to do more mistakes.
yes, even if I'll say, Venki, you just open this pump and just attach to my this Volvo D. Either you will be twisting it wrongly, either you will be just rotating in the wrong direction, or you will not be able to pump it correctly. So I just tried one thing, because I think sometime we just find a way like how to handle this situation. I found that time I realized I'm going through that moment wherever unable to hold myself. So in the pitch dark, now it was around I think 12 o'clock. So for 3 or 4 seconds I laughed like like anything. I just posted myself with the thing, and I was talking to myself. I said something, either God or I was talking to someone, ki yaar, you're doing it and you're testing my patience. You're just testing my patience, like okay, when I'm going to give up. So okay, you do one thing, you try yourself, and I'll be here, and I'll keep doing this, whether it will take another 1 hour or 2 hour. And now I was bit cool. I removed the cassette again. I was picking one pose each and each. Again, pose were getting down then, but I was not in that pressure this time. and you can understand once because your poles are covered with the this grease and all, and once it get down, it coated with the this dust and other, and you in the night pitch dark, you won't be able to identify where is the this poles which fell down in the dust. I searched, and definitely this time I managed to close it properly. And yes, there is a trick for for inserting the hub in the this wheel, because you know to this close all the this poles through some wire or some tie. So I think I found something thread or something, and then I was keeping myself cool, and I was mentally prepared for next mistake also. Ki like if I'll start and again something goes down, then I won't frustrate again, and I'll be doing it again also. Luckily, after that, till the finish of my this event, I haven't faced any puncture. I was riding in a bit low pressure. You can understand once your tube is inserted with this glue all this inside of your tire, so you won't get a free rolling of your this tire, which is coming with the clean tire or in the like tubeless version. But I can say that 1.5 hour I spent there, and then I think I was riding like anything to just get back at the same time. And after I think around 170 kilometer, because from that 350 or 360, we had a like support vehicle at Kere. That was at around I can say Kere was 514, yeah, 515 or 514 kilometer there. So I just switched on my mobile and I checked that person, is he there or not. I said, because I don't have any inner tube, spare tube. What if I'll be facing another flat in the tire? I don't have any CO2 cartridge. So I think next to control point, I was just rushing to this for getting this stamp and sign, and then again I starting the ride, and I found till this 500 20 kilometer or 25 kilometer, I catch the same group which was riding at that moment while I faced this flat tire. And at that time I found, okay, yes, because either my climb was good that time. uh, I was good compared to other rider. I think my this climb power was better, and that's why at maximum period I took that advantage from this Kare till Brest. I think then I started riding solo again, and in the way back, because I haven't took the any food and other thing at the control point. So on the way back, I was just searching for any store or something like that, and then luckily I found this Lidl store is there, LIDL. So I just stopped and go inside. I was searching for the this ice cream. So I went there, and then I found they were having a box of four or five. So I said, "Bro, I need one." He said, "No, no, you do one thing. You buy the four one. You just offer the three to some other people." I said, "Oh, sir, I'm paying. I think 90 INR for €1 you're charging. So I'm not in a position to give at this moment. So better I picked some. I think." Curd, sweet curd, flavored, and some this sweet buns, and that sparkling water, because to avoid the this to manage the pH level of this here, oil. So I just I think I spent around only 30 minutes there, and I had a good this food, and I kept rest of the this buns inside my pockets and other. And now after say around on the return back at the carry, I again reached back to my this support vehicle, and then I tried to take the one power nap for 35 minutes. So I took some this blanket and closed my eye, but suddenly what was happening, because the crowd was there, people were talking, so I was not able to sleep that time. I just made sure, okay, what I'll do, I'll keep my eyes closed so that at least, if you're not getting sleep at any moment, even in the normal life also, you don't open your eyes, so that you get the your mind get relaxed. Mentally you're getting certain relax. If you're not getting 100% benefit, at least you can say okay, 60 or 70% you'll get the benefit with a closed eye compared to a sound sleep. So I took this with the 35 alarm. I started my ride, and I was 100% sure that after 1 or 2 hour, I'll be getting this sleeping stroke. This because from starting till this around 700 kilometer I crossed, and I haven't took any sleep anything. So I think I rode for almost 1 or 1.5 hour or 2 hours, and then suddenly two time just I saved myself to by getting fall at the road due to that sleeping stroke. So I was just searching for any ATM in the village, because last time I just learned that okay, ATM machine room is the good area wherever you can take a like this power nap, because those are very big in the size in the this village area, and they have the carpet and the this heater inside. So it's big in size, and I think three or four people with a cycle also, they can sleep there, they can take a rest. But coincidentally, I haven't found any this ATM machine there. So, but luckily there was a like water support station we found, which was not part of this control and designated control or service station. So I immediately asked them, "Sir, I need a power nap for say 15 or 20 minutes, so I can sleep somewhere." Then in the open thing, what they did, they took open some boxes of this water and gave me those cardboard. So I used those under some table and I slept there. I put first alarm for 15 minutes, and that was the first sleep where I woke up with the alarm only. So yes, and then I just pressed the snooze button for again 9 minute extension. So I took that sleep for 24 minutes total, and that was the only sleep I can say in the entire course of this PVP I took there. And then I was much fresh there, and I just
So
resumed.
this was after 700 kilometers. You took the first sleep
Yes, yes, yes,
for
yes.
24 minutes.
Yeah, it was almost say 720 or 730 around.
Hmm.
So then I just resumed for the rest of the ride because it was night, and now I started facing that I'm leading in the entire 90 months, because I was not able to get any because I was from the G group, so I was not able to see any person from even G, even H also. So that time I realized I have a good leading. I was not calculating the time where I am at the 40 hours or 50 hours or something like that. But whenever I was not finding any rider from my group or even from the my two or three group which started early than us, I was not able to see those people. And then from around 800 kilometer, I started finding the people who started in the 80 hours category. Those were from the C, D, E category around. So that really, boosted me from inside. Now I'm riding with those bunch, and those people who started around 3 hours or 4 hours earlier than me. So I have that much of advantage, and since they must be riding so fast, so still I'm able to catch those people. So coincidentally, from 800, one of the this French rider from Brest, he recognized me because he seen my picture many time. One of the this we have WhatsApp group in Delhi. So he's part of there. So he recognized it, and then he said, Sanjeev. So I heard, then I ignored that thing. I said, oh, we'll be here, then will be calling me from my name. So I just ignored. I thought, okay, he might be asking someone. And then he again said, Sanjeev, oh, it was now really embarrassing for me. I said, oh. Then I just guessed, okay, are you Fred? Oh, he said, yeah, yeah, yes. And then I was very happy. And then I said, okay, Fred, now because I'm riding solo. So if you're okay, then we both can ride together for that time.
How do you know Fred? I mean, does he live in Delhi or how is
No,
that?
no, no. He lives in Brest location in the
Okay.
France. Okay, he's a French person. Okay, and he's a part of one of our this Delhi Renderer group.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Hmm.
there we were just interacting on the chat only, but by face
Right.
I was not able to recognize.
Okay.
So then for next two station and next two CP, we were riding together. We were rotating and we were riding together. And suddenly at thousand, that was that Villeneuve the Johel. He simply said, Sanjeev, I got one bunch wherever I got dropped. And are you okay? Are you coming with us? Because they're very fast rider. I said, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was very excited. Okay, let's, ride with that. So I immediately started with it. And but those people, I think that was a bunch of around 13 people, including me and Fred. And they were not riding, they were just flying. You can understand. So I said either they're climbing, then still they're with I think 1 or 2% elevation. They're riding at 35, 34, 36, and at the descent, I think we were riding in the 45, 48, and I was a bit scared. I don't have that much of experience to riding at that pace in a bunch while I think 13 riders there. So even you do a small mistake and then you're going to crash with the group. So I was really super excited in that bunch, and that time I realized wherever they were just putting the power on the elevation, I was able to match this thing. I haven't found at any moment someone put it the power. I was not able to cope up, or I just got dropped. So that time I found, okay, yeah, अब कुछ भी हो जाए अब बंच नहीं छोड़ना till the time I finish this ride. And at one point I found, since they were riding very hard, we were only five people after say 40 kilometer. It started from 13, and uh, from India I was the only one in that 13. So rest of the people were from either from the France or Malaysia or some other countries. So I found after 40 kilometer, including me, only five people were there. Rest of the I think around 7 or 8 people got dropped during multiple climbs. And secondly, they just, because for them I was the new face, so they said after 50 kilometer, okay, you come and lead. I thought either either they don't want me to be in bunch or something like that. So on the flat I started, and then what happened? Thought from my side, I thought, okay, I'll be putting a good power so that they should not feel okay that I just reduce the pace of that bunch. But what I found, I gone around 50 meter ahead. When I look back, okay, they just went. So I thought, okay, either they are not good on the plain surface, or they are good on the climb only. So then I again rejoined the group, and then they were just making sure I should be part of that bunch only. They were not allowing me the this lead that bunch after that. So while I think we were about to reach that uh, Mortegan, that was at around 1100 point. So I was just around 5 kilometer, and then I suddenly recognized one of my friend. Actually, during LEL, one German rider was there, Thomas. So because he faced this Shermer neck there, because in LEL
Hmm.
any rider face this Shermer neck wherever. your muscles unable to hold your this neck, and then
Neck,
suddenly,
neck straight.
yeah.
So
So
neck will not be stable. You will not be able to keep it
yeah, correct,
upright so
correct.
that you can view.
Yes,
Sherman's neck is where you neck muscles don't have strength and just goes down.
yeah,
Yeah.
correct. And that is very dangerous. And when marshals found, or that officers found you have the same problem, even they end you right there, because
Hmm.
they found it is not safe for you, or you might be dangerous for others also. Because even what was happening, my co-writer in the earlier, he was
What is the name of this person?
okay from German. This was Thomas.
Okay.
Okay,
Is
so
it Subbu's friend?
no, I think from India he recognized only me only.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
So okay, so I that my this co-rider that time in LEL, this Ron, he also faced the same thing. And at Boston he personally requested, yeah, do one thing, do any jugaad, yeah, like so that I should be able to just hold my head like this. So I just think about what I can do, and then I found, okay, I keep certain Velcro tapes in my bike, around three or four. So I I just wrapped around one Velcro like this, and second one from here till his this bib elastic, and then he was able to dis like this, and they said, okay, it's perfectly fine, and then he continues to ride. So we made that video of that, how I made this thing, and definitely it was really example for many, while his this uh, doctors on to some other, like, okay, how to handle this problem and like that. Then later on I found, I learned from this Thomas, what they were doing, they were just using the this tube, inner tube, tire tube, and they're just
Hmm.
putting it like this, and then twisting it here, and then putting under this your shoulder. So
Hmm.
it's like that. So you can twist up to at what level the tension you need for this your neck. So he's
Right.
riding it like this. So for that event, for that stage, because that was the longest stage, then he personally requested, okay, I'll be sitting on your wheel because I'm not able to keep my this head upward. So that's why I think after that, you're a good friend, and you were chatting in the WhatsApp also for multiple times. So because he was riding in 80 hours category, and I was aware he will meet somewhere after finishing the event. But suddenly I recognize him after reaching that 1100 control point. So I simply said, "Oh, Thomas, here." Then I think rest two stages I completed with him, and because he maximum people I found, they people ride for under 60 category. They have a target, because they simply say, okay, they'll be finishing under 60 only. So, and I was super excited, because I said, if he'll be finishing under 60, then I'll be finishing around 2.5 hours before that, because I have that much advantage. Now I had so much of goosebump, and I was not facing any pain on my knee or any exhaust body, nothing like that. Bit of this bloating and this acidic feeling, because maximum time we are having that this carb through this gel, or through chocolates, or some liquid carbs only.
Also, the lack of sleep also contributes to
Yes,
that.
yes,
Yeah.
that
Hmm.
contributed a lot.
Hmm.
So that's why wherever I was getting a break, I was taking that this sparkling water only,
Hmm.
instead of that plain water. So yes, he rode like anything. That Thomas, he is a
Hmm.
powerful person, and yes, I was not getting much benefit in drafting, because in the elevation you can't get a benefit of draft. Okay, you both people put it the almost same power. And
Right.
one more thing, which it might be, I might be wrong, but I realize on the flat we were we were always ahead of this foreigners rider.
Hmm.
Because their muscles get developed with the terrains only. So most of the time they ride in such terrains with the this elevation and winds. So they are very used to with such terrains and this this air situation. But yes, for the flat course, we were much ahead with them.
So
So
you've managed to, cross the finish line in what, 56 hours,
yes,
29 minutes.
yes, yes.
And you know so you had like you that was more than like nearly more than 15 hours, better than what you planned also, like
Yes.
70, around 70 and stuff.
Even no one has dreamed in from the India that if any Indian would be doing this under 60 hours. 57
Right.
is 56 is a different thing.
Hmm.
Under 60 का भी किसी ने ड्रीम नहीं देखा था. And
Right.
then there is a call because maximum professional rider what they say, okay, let's do this Charlie Miller time. Charlie Miller time. Then I said, what is this Charlie Miller time? Then there is a story of one American rider in the year of 1901, because that time it was a competitive race. So he was riding without any support. He was not having any crew. He was not having such facilities, and rest of the people were having a good support team and other thing. Still with the like multiple flat tire, I think punctures, and at I think around 850 kilometer, his bike also got broken. So he arranged the second bike from someone, either he purchased or something, how he managed, and he managed to finish at the fifth level. So he got lot of appreciation and other things. So after that, there is a call because he finished that ride at 56 hours 40 minutes. So after that, everyone say, okay, let's do Charlie Miller time, Charlie Miller time. And then I just calculated mine. Oh, I'm under that time also because I am a 56, 29 minutes. So, oh my, this, we were not even, it was not, in any, my plan, okay, we'll be doing a 60, even 65 over or something like that. It was nowhere. So that's why it was a good learning for me. Most of the time we underestimate ourselves. We say, "Oh,
Right.
we won't be able to do this climb at that pace, we won't be able to ride continuously solo." So almost
Hmm.
80% of the course I was doing the solo ride, and
Right.
rest of the things.
But I am sure, like now that you have managed this time, I'm
Yes.
sure in future a lot many people from our, India would actually do that, and maybe do better also, right?
Yes.
Because like that 4 minute mile, once it was broken,
Hmm.
until that time everyone thought it was impossible, right?
Yes. Correct.
Now people from, India,
Yes.
from
Yes.
various parts
Yes.
of India will believe that, it is a possibility.
Exactly. Because once you make the benchmark, then definitely people start. Okay, this is the benchmark. Let's start for this. Till the
Right.
time before this 2023 season, the last fastest time was from 2011, from I think one of the rider from this Bangalore, Samim Rizvi. So he finished that under 74 hours 15 minutes, this PBP. So this was the fastest one from the India. But again, yes, because many people say since it's not a race, we gone there for enjoying the terrains, enjoying the this countryside and other things. So I'm not forcing everyone to okay ride this event or ride any brave event like a race. But yes, you can test your body at any moment. Okay, yes,
Right.
okay, we can also get a good result, and because always you hear from the this foreigners, okay, Indians, yeah, good, but they are slow riders. So you hear this statement very frequently. So this time, and yes, you correctly said, once people say, okay, yeah, we can do this thing, now only thing what we need to do is time management. Yes. So
Mm.
how we need to save time at the CP, at the food. Okay, these are the area you can understand. Like there are two riders. I just analyze the entire result in my sheet, and then I found two riders from Germany. One is Stephen and second is this Manfred. You just think about, those were in 84-hour category, and they finished at 8 seconds past 84. So just due to this 8 seconds, they are not under this officially finishing time. They are under the
Oh,
OTL category. So
wow.
you just understand 8 seconds is what, immediately while you're filling the water or something like that. So you just understand those mistakes once you lose any event by just seconds only.
Right.
So,
True,
so,
true,
so
true.
many rider. Even we had one doctor who finished around, I think, say 25 minutes remaining in the 90 hours. So I said, the finishing and the failure, there was only one gap was there in between of your this finishing with the under time, or you might be getting the this failure. So only one puncture was between your this both success and failure. If you will
Right,
won any single puncher in the last 200 or 300, so you might have lost this event. So
right,
always respect for your time. You just calculate. If you are not good strong, you avoid taking long break. Once you know that, okay, you don't have a good power, you don't have those number in the FTP, good one. So better you respect your for the time. So
true,
those are the
true.
area. So yes, when we started, we calculated, okay, Chandrayaan 3 कब land हो रहा है यार. That will be landing on this 23rd August by the evening. Oh yeah, really, because we had a like last time, I think closing time was, we had to finish by 24 August in the morning 11:30. So we thought, okay, once we'll be finishing at around 10 hour before or 15 hour, so Chandrayaan to land ho chuka hoga. So we'll celebrate that part. But we haven't dream about that part. Yeah, like we finished around 12 hour earlier than that Chandrayaan 3 is getting landed there. So that was really
Nice,
exciting.
nice, nice. Yeah, super job, Sanjeev. Congrats again.
Yes,
Uh, it was really good listening to the journey right from the start to now. A fantastic finish at PBP 2023.
yes.
I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors as well. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
you will be doing much bigger events and much better in the future as well.
My pleasure, my pleasure. And definitely, I would like to thanks you for inviting this session in this podcast. Yes, because as I said in the initial stage, I just heard about many people. Venki takes such podcast, and lots of viewers are there. He has thousands in the numbers, and then I said, okay, someday we'll also get some time, but I have not dreamed about this part also, that very soon we'll be getting a session with you also. So thank you so much for this invitation, Venki, and yes, thanks a lot for your great work for by this success. Yes, I hope we'll again connect soon after getting cracked another event.
Sure, sure. That was my conversation with Sanjeev. I hope you enjoyed that. If you are enjoying these podcasts and are finding them useful, please consider supporting the podcast by subscribing to it on YouTube as well as on your favorite podcasting app. It really helps. Thanks again for your continuous support. See you next week with another guest.